The Hockey Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog has got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with promo code HGP. Hello and welcome to the Hockey Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. I'm your host, Ryan Gilbert. Joining me is not Joel Meyer because it is Sunday. It is the Lord's Day. Joel is resting and I think visiting his family for Canadian Thanksgiving on Monday. So happy Thanksgiving to all the Canadians out there. But joining the show once again is JestingArcher. How are we doing out today, Arch?
Doing good. Enjoying a nice day of football and beer.
Yeah, always a good Sunday there. Always a good Sunday when the Cowboys lose as well to the Panthers there. So yeah, football going on right now. Only one hockey game tonight after the Frozen Bukkake last night with every team in action. A bunch of games there. We have 10 more also on Monday throughout the day. Got plenty of day games tomorrow. You got a 12:30, 3 1 o'clock games, a 2 o'clock. So plenty of hockey all throughout the day for Canadian Thanksgiving there. We will get into that. Of course, first, make sure you guys subscribe to the Hockey Gambling Podcast on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. All three. If you're on one, do the other two. Leave us a comment and like on YouTube. 5-star rating and review on Apple and Spotify. We appreciate all of that as we are ramping up the season here, getting you picks as often as possible. Doing a Sunday show here for you guys. You know, not I can't imagine many hockey podcasts are doing a Sunday show for you. So get these lines while you can. No Joel here, but we will go over the puck buck bets from Saturday. Joel had a really good day though, so I'll touch on this sometime this week. But Joel went, I believe, 7 or 8 and 4 there, plus 85.98. I went 7 and 6, down 14 puck bucks there. So nothing, nothing like a good start to the season with back-to-back negative days for your boy here. You got Kings Jets stayed under, Blues good win there. Penguins could have done it at home. That one also went over. Leafs in Detroit. Cam Talbot, I guess, was pretty good there. Devils Lightning over. Lightning playing a bunch of over games. Boston covered the puck line. 3 seconds left, I think, there. Montreal, big win. That was one of Joel's biggest bets as well. The Wild got like 53 shots on Elvis Merzlikins. Still couldn't win that one. Utah, I think, won that one in overtime or a low-scoring game. Colorado lost in overtime, and then the Ducks won in the extra session as well. So did not cover the puck line there. Any takeaways from Saturday's slate of action, Archer?
It was a pretty good day. I thought it was a pretty good day of hockey. You know, Shesterkin being crazy again. He is on fire to start the year. Below 1 point goals against average in 3 games is just crazy. A little bit more high scoring games too. That Wild game was 7-4 or something like that. That's crazy. A lot of walkie scoring some days.
Yeah, the salami came through for us. We had 9 goals in that Leafs game, 11 goals in the Wild game, 13 goals in the Sharks game, 9 goals in the Avs game. So, can't really go for the Slim Jim there when you have a bunch of 9, 10, 11 goal games. Kind of rough for you.
Oh yeah, I gotta stop playing the salami. Keep screwing me.
But yes, Shesterkin looking good. He's a Vezina candidate there. Definitely one of the favorites on the board. I did want to, respond to a YouTube comment we got on our last video asking why we don't do more player props. I'd love to do more player props. I might do some player prop stuff the day of this season, the afternoon, to give you guys a few hours to get in. But like right now, there's no player props available for Monday's games. And normally we record the night before, the day before to get in, the game analysis. So it's kind of harder to do prop stuff when there's no lines out. Going to try to give you guys some more, players to target, stuff that might be looking at here and there. And, if props is something that is, wanted across the board, I can try out a day of stream or two, get some props in there. I know everyone loves putting together a parlay. I know Joel hates parlays. Parlays, everyone should hate parlays because that's a sucker bet. Normally, most of the time, you're just paying more juice with every leg you add. So, But yeah, we'll do some more player props this season. I'll try to do that for you guys.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, make sure you guys do the SGPN app. Go to there for all picks and podcasts here. But we're just going to get right into things here. We got a 10-game slate on Monday, October 13th. Archer, are you ready to get into things?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
All right. We are starting here at 12:30. We have the Columbus Blue Jackets or Colorado Avalanche minus 155 at the Buffalo Sabres plus 130. Total is at 6.5. Both the over and under are at minus 110 here. Sabres have not looked good to begin the season. 0-2, 4-0 against the Rangers in that 3-1 game
Yep.
at Austin there. 0-4 on the power play in both games. I've seen a lot of penalties called. A lot of penalties called across the league. Like the
Well,
Canadian,
that's usually the start of the year. They always want to set the tone early with a bunch of power plays, get going like that.
power play goal props, power play point props might be worth looking at for some of these higher scoring games here. But yeah, Buffalo's home. It's not their home opener. They got shut out by the Rangers in their home opener. Colorado, close win against Utah, close loss against Dallas. Now goes on the road to Buffalo, who's coming home from Boston. I'm seeing this as one of the best prices on the board for the Avalanche. I'm seeing minus 172 at FanDuel, which is it's a bit too high there, but minus 150, minus 155 for the Avs. Might have to pull the trigger on that. May end up just taking a Avalanche team total over
Mm.
3.5 could be worth doing because I think they'll get easily three or four on the Sabres. That's minus 115. So I might like that better than the money line there at minus 155. Could probably get the race to 4. Everyone loves those race to 4 bets. Where is that at? I don't know if those are out yet, but yeah, race to 4 is probably going to be slightly plus money there. Race to 4 plus 135 for them because I see them scoring. They could give up a few goals to Buffalo coming out trying to score a goal, score a few goals, but yeah, Buffalo's already beat up. The Avalanche finally have a pretty easy opponent here, so take the Avalanche either money line or team total.
So for me, it's a 12:30 start, right, for the
Yeah,
Sabres.
12:30 start. That is
So
key.
so I've noticed a couple games on the slate that a lot of these like different time zone games. So for me, I'm gonna actually look towards the Sabres. I'm gonna wait a little bit till tomorrow and see how the line goes. I know the Sabres look absolutely terrible, but it's a lot of these times where these early games, the players that are coming in that aren't used to the time zone, they're still a little sleepy. So I'm gonna start off with the Sabres and maybe towards the second period, third period, if I want to. If I really think that the Avs are going to come back, I might take them live. But I would look towards the Sabres here in the spot. It's these time zone games are a little weird for these teams early in the season, especially.
Yeah, no, I mean that is a good call there. Avalanche playing 2 games at home, which is 2 hours behind Buffalo, so really a 10:30 time for them based off how
Yeah,
they've been playing, and that's
I mean it throws
like
off their whole system.
throws
It's
off
all
everything for
intriguing.
them. So
Yeah.
that is a good point there. Good reason to potentially back the Sabres here. Any thoughts on the total for this early game?
I think it kind of depends who's in that for each team. I mean, is Wedgwood going to get another start for the Avs? I think I want to wait to see. Really, it's
Yeah, I'm assuming it's going to be Wedgwood versus Lyon. I don't think Blackwood is ready. I don't think that they get Blackwood a 10:30 a.m. start either.
that's fair.
Yeah, so yeah, total is going to be tough. Probably the over, but you never know with these early games.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, down to 1 o'clock now. We got the Winnipeg Jets minus 122 at the New York Islanders plus 102. Total is at 5.5. Over minus 115. Under minus 105. Archie, I know you love to see Matthew Schaefer score last
Schaefer.
night. How you feeling on Monday?
I'm excited to see his odds drop. He is taking power play one time. He's getting all the ice time. Roy knows his CSR right now. He's gonna play his best player, and honestly,
He's down to plus 550. I did not realize
he he
that's like a
looks
quarter of what it was
he
before.
really does look like one of their best offensive players. It's like Matthew Barzal, Schaefer, and then it's like scary watch. I've watched a lot of Islanders games. It's so far it's ugly, but Schaefer just looks the part. I'm excited to see him in the power play, get some whole game reps. So, but I'm taking the Islanders in the spot. Same reason as the one before. Early start, take the East Coast team. If it's looking dire in the second or third, maybe I'll take the Jets live. Kind of play it live.
Yeah, that's probably the way to play it here. Sorokin is confirmed. I imagine it will be Hellebuck
Yeah.
for the Jets. Looking at injury reports here, Winnipeg, still no Perfetti. It looks like Taves played though. Looks like
Yeah.
Iafallo played and stuff. So they're 1-1 to start the year. Islanders still looking for a win. They went down 4-0, I think, to Washington,
Yeah, it was kind of
which was
ugly
rough
watching that
there.
second period.
Yeah, but like, yeah, Schaefer's odds are dropping because I went on, the hockey subreddit today to catch up on what happened yesterday because I didn't watch everything.
Yeah.
Like 3 of the 4 top posts are about Matthew Schaefer. Like
Oh
it's
yeah,
just like
he's taking it by storm
it's
right
the
now.
narrative that he has there. I mean, good for you and good for anyone out there that got him at 20-1, 16-1 before it dropped because he has the narrative, first overall pick. He should be the leader. It's just
Yeah.
Demidov,
It's still early, It's still only 2 games in. You can't
yeah,
go like
no, I know,
I
obviously,
can't I can't
but,
go too crazy about it and be
but
like, oh yeah, he's gonna win.
well, you can
But
be, yeah. I got this at 20-1.
yeah,
A week
exactly.
later, it's down to 5-1. That's good
It's a
value
good
there.
feeling. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. All right, down to 1 o'clock again here. I'm going to go back to you. We got Tampa Bay Lightning minus 162 at the Boston Bruins plus 136. Total is at a juicy over for the 5.5 minus 135, under at plus 114. How are your Bruins looking?
They're looking sturdy enough, at least with Swayman in that. It's kind of with this total, it's kind of hard to say where it's gonna go because it's an over team playing an under team. If Swayman and Vasi in that, it's kind of hard to say. I want to take the Bruins just because I'm a Bruins fan, obviously, but I mean Tampa Bay's got to get a win at some point, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's difficult. It's a tough game for me. I mean, if I had to take a side, maybe Bruins, but I would be looking towards like Lindholm props early, especially once those comes out, something like that. But
Mm-hmm.
outside that, I don't really got much for this game. Swayman's
Yep.
playing great.
Yeah, this is a tough game to handicap here. Like you see, like, oh, Bruins are 3-0, Lightning are 0-2, and the Bruins are plus 136. Like that's it's a clear Bruins take, and I may end up doing that as well. I think the Bruins fare well in these afternoon games too, for some reason, or maybe
Yep.
that's just against the Flyers when they play them. But yeah, Boston 3-1 in Washington. That's a good win. 4-3 in overtime against Chicago, and then 3-1 against Buffalo with that late empty netter. And I saw someone say like their second goal was like wonky or something for the Bruins. I don't know if there was controversy around it, but like they haven't played too well. And like you said, the Lightning have to get going here sometime. Two disappointing losses
Yeah.
early on there. They had a 3-1 lead against the Sens, lost that one 5-4, came back from 3-0 to make it 3-2, then lost 5-3 to New Jersey. So I could see John Cooper taking this team on the road, playing well-structured defensive hockey
Yeah.
and getting this under 5.5, a plus 114. Like just on the surface, should Vasilevsky versus Swayman, that's an under game. If those two
Yeah.
guys are starting, I would take the under. And but at this price, I would take the Bruins as home dogs.
It's fair.
Because Bruins last season, so 20 wins at home, 13 on the road. Tampa Bay, only 18 wins on the road, so under 500 there. Okay, down to 1 o'clock again. Got the Nashville Predators plus 145 at the Ottawa Senators minus 175. Over 5.5 minus 122. Under 5.5 plus 102 here. Both of these teams, one win, one loss to begin the season. Won their first game, lost their second one. Ottawa, though, bit more impressive. Going down,
100%.
got that win in Tampa. Went to Florida, lost 6-2, but 3 of those goals were on the power play for the Panthers. Bad penalty killing so far for Ottawa, allowing 5 goals on 8 tries against. So maybe look for some Nashville power play props, but they had 5 power plays last game. Did not score a goal. 3-2 loss in overtime to Utah. They look to be playing, more defensively. UC Saros in net apparently has been playing pretty well there. Only 4 goals allowed through 2 games. Allmark had a shaky game last time out against the Panthers there. I wonder if I don't know who their backup
It
is
should
now.
be Levi Marilainen, right?
Okay, that does sound right. Levi Marilina would be their backup. Maybe they throw him in here, but I don't really have a strong play for many of these games early on. Still trying to get a good feeling for what these teams are, but these two especially. Ottawa, it is their home opener, a 1 o'clock home opener on Canadian Thanksgiving, I guess, is good for them against a Utah
Yeah.
team, but I can't lay minus 175 on the Senators right now. Um, if anything, I'd maybe play the under, but Ottawa's allowed 10 goals in 2 games, so this is going to be a pass game for me, pretty much.
Yeah, I can only look to Ottawa on the over here. Just the way that they're playing. I would expect Nashville to probably open it up a little bit too, get something going in this game. I mean, but and again, it's still a 1 p.m. time slot, so
Mhm.
I think Ottawa's probably going to get out to an early lead. So I would say puck line, team total over maybe. Honestly, a team total over for Ottawa is probably going to be a little bit juicy, but at 3.5, you might get a good price.
I'm gonna check that. 'Cause I mean, at 5.5, I don't know if it's gonna be too juicy. Ottawa
And
over 2.5 is minus 225. Over 3.5 is even money.
yeah,
But yeah, maybe yeah, you gotta find a sneaky way to play it there.
yeah.
Okay, we are brought to you by mybookie.ag. MyBookie is your place to bet on football and everything else. Their prop builder is second to none. Their motto is bet on anything, anywhere, anytime, easy deposit, and lightning fast payouts using crypto. So head to mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN for a 100% bet back bonus up to $500 for new customers. That's mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. And we're brought to you by Novig. Novig is America's #1 sports prediction market. Novig, you're getting the best prices because it's an exchange there. You get reduced juice on every line there. Available in 35 plus states. So download the Novig app and get $50 when you spend $5 if you use promo code SGPN. Get in on the action with Novig, promo code SGPN. Yeah, going back to the Bruins, I do agree with you there on Elias Lindholm and Morgan Geeky point props. Look for these. Just take the highest odds for a top line guy to get a point, and like normally that's like a decent way to round robin them for a few different games. So some fun to have there while watching the scoreboard watching
I do notice a lot of people playing those like SGPs where they take like 2 or 3 players playing on the same line
the
for
line stack. Yeah,
yeah,
those were great like early last season before the book started like
yeah, realizing it.
realizing it and getting the odds way down, but still a fun way, to
Yeah,
do that, do a ladder too, like 2 or 3 points. Like if a line goes off, you're gonna be profitable.
yeah,
Okay, at 2 o'clock here, I got the Detroit Red Wings plus 160 at the Toronto Maple Leafs minus 192. Total is at 6.5. Under is at minus 135, with the over at plus 114 here. Kind of a back-to-back spot here, home and home for Detroit and Toronto. Detroit won at home 6-3 on Saturday, outshooting the Leafs 35-23. They outshot the Canadians 31-17 in their opener, but lost 5-1. Was Cam Talbot, as I mentioned previously, in the win there. The Leafs beat Montreal 5-2 in their opener when Detroit lost to them, and then went to Detroit there and lost. It's tough to beat a team twice in a row,
yeah.
especially a team like the Maple Leafs. Looking last year's games, Toronto won 3 out of 4, including both at home, 3-1, and then 4-3 in overtime. Detroit 17 wins on the road, 22 at home. Toronto 27 at home. They were a really good home team. Not sure if I'm going to be laying minus 192. Not sure if I love what either of these teams has in net. I like Stolar's, but you
He's not
see,
playing
there's gonna be his third start in a row. He needs a night off here and there, or a day off, I should say. So give me the over 6.5 here at plus 114. Think this could be a very high scoring game. There are 2 meetings to end last season were 5-2 and 4-3. So give me the plus odds on the over.
Yeah, it's a tough game to handicap here because a lot of it is the fact that it's an earlier start, but and they just played each other. It's kind of like you can see the zigzag. There's also Canadian Thanksgiving happening, so
Mm.
I would only lean to or look towards Toronto, but total, I don't know. I could see it just be low scoring just because how the last game went. It was 9 goals in it, so maybe they're just gonna want to play a more conservative game, the Leafs at least. I think they were actually blew a lead too. It was like 3-1 or something. Well, shocking, but
Yeah, yeah, 2-0 after one. Then
yeah,
Detroit scored 3 straight. Toronto tied it up early in the
yeah,
third with, Cal Yarncroc, Nicholas Waugh, and Max Domi were their goal scorers. No points for Matthews, Tavares. No Marner points. Mitch Marner just not showing up in a big game here against the Red Wings. But yeah, they're big boys. Got to get it done.
yeah.
Okay, down to I think we're at 7 o'clock now. Yes, we are. Florida Panthers -142 at my Philadelphia Flyers +120. Over 5.5 is -130. Under 5.5 is +110 here. Flyers played the Panthers in the Flyers season opener at Florida on Thursday. Lost that one 2-1. Got outshot 34-20. Got outshot 39-23 in Carolina on Saturday night. Appeared to have won the game in overtime when Bobby Brink scored, but goalie interference from Travis Sanheim, skating through the crease. Anderson initiates contact, and then Seth Jarvis wins it in overtime there. So Flyers did look a lot better than I thought in those first 2 games. Home opener here, Florida going on the road after starting 3-0. Flyers should be getting Cam York back for this game. He's a big piece on their blue line. Without him, they have to play a lot of bad defensemen. Kulikov is out. He was injured on Thursday night. So, losing Kulikov, obviously Barkov and Kachuk are out. I think the Flyers get it done here at home. +120 though just is not enough for me.
Yeah.
I'm going to be trying to find a way to play this. Get it to something that I would like to take. Maybe an under play, or like a Flyers +1.5 under 7.5. Get that 4-3 overtime loss insurance. But yeah, if I had to play a side at this price, it would probably be the Panthers -142. But I got to go with my Fly Guys.
Is this the Flyers home opener?
It is. Yes.
That's probably why this price is so
Mm-hmm,
low.
exactly.
I was thinking, like, man, this is cheap price for the Panthers. I would actually throw in a little bit over 5.5. I think both these teams really want to play offensively right now. Just kind of watching how they've been playing.
I don't know.
I know,
The Flyers are doing nothing offensively besides the Tyson Forster, Noah Cates, Bobby Brink line, which everyone knows about, I'm sure.
yeah, but they've been. I mean, they're not the greatest defensively either, so it's not. I feel like Mitchkov's gotta get going here too.
He does. Mitchkov was he had a late turnover in the third period. Did not
Oh,
play
he
in
got
overtime. Did not play in overtime for the Flyers
right.
last night. And Talkett said he played the guys who were skating. And yeah, Mitchkov has not looked good. Couturier has not looked good. Konechny has looked fine, but the Flyers. It's 2 games. It's 2
Yeah,
games.
exactly.
I'm overreacting, but yeah, it's 2 games.
Yeah, that's all I got. I can't. It's hard.
Yeah, no, early games are always hard. Don't know what's early in the season games, I should say.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to do a point stack, Brink, Forster, and Cates, they're on together on the second line and second power play unit. So that's one for the Flyers. Down to 7 o'clock here. New Jersey Devils -130 at the Columbus Blue Jackets +110. Over 5.5 -135. Under 5.5 +114. Archie, what do you have here?
At my first glance, I'm thinking, why is this still 5.5 only? This is like an easy over. Both these teams want to play high scoring games, just how they play. And Devils are cheap. I know it's Columbus home opener, but I know they're a little bit better at home. But I think Devils are just much better in this spot this early in the season.
Yeah. I think the key handicapping factor we don't have right now is, do we know if Bull Jacks is going to the home opener? Because if he is, I'm all over the Blue Jackets here, especially if he's taking Marchenko props. I'm going to be all over Marchenko and the Blue Jackets. Last year, Blue Jackets were 26 wins at home, only 14 wins on the road. A very good home team last year. Devils had 23 wins on the road, only 19 at home. Obviously healthier now with Jack Hughes, got Luke Hughes, got Nico Hischier, got all these
Lucas
guys.
is playing really good right now. He's got 5 points already.
Yeah, he's looking really good there. Devils, tough start to the year at Carolina, lost 6-3. Then at Tampa, won that one 5-3. Lightning only had 17 shots. Columbus, at Nashville, and then at Minnesota, they got completely outplayed. 52-32 were the shots. But coming back home now for their home opener. Devils continuing their road trip. It's tough because, all right, Devils, one final game, then we have our home opener, Columbus's home opener. Yeah, I think that over has to be the only way to play this one. You can get a 6 at -105, 6.5 at +110. Um, yeah, I think this is going to be a lot of goals on both sides here.
Definitely.
Okay, down to 7 o'clock, 7:30 now. We got the St. Louis Blues +105 at the Vancouver Canucks -125. Over 5.5 -115. Under 5.5 -105. Both of these teams are 1-1. Vancouver won at home, then lost at Edmonton. And St. Louis also beat Calgary in Calgary, but lost at home to Minnesota in their opener here. Zach Bolduc, bet Zach Bolduc. Perhaps he looks. Oh no, he's in Minnesota now. Or
Oh, he's in
Montreal.
Montreal.
Montreal. He used to be on the Blues. That's my brain's just working a bit slower. Bet his props on the Canadians there. I don't really know what I'm doing for this game. Don't know what to make of the Blues yet. Shutout and then a 4-2 win at Calgary. I
Yeah.
guess Calgary is not a great team. Vancouver 5-1 win at home. Then only got 15 shots at Edmonton on Saturday night there. This is pretty much a pass game for me. I guess maybe an over 5.5. Looking at their past meetings, 4-3, 5-2, 4-3, 4-3. And all three of those 4-3 games went to overtime. So you know what? This is going to be my first tie game of the new season. Give me the Blues Canucks draw here. That appears to be plus 330 here at DraftKings. So throw a little bit on that. Throw a little bit on the over. I think both of those would be solid looks.
Yeah, that's not bad. I've watched a couple. I watched the Blues game during the day when I was at work, and I'm not really impressed with them at all. They it was kind of a boring game, honestly, watching that. Flames kind of look better at a lot of the points, but I only look to Vancouver here. I just don't ever want to bet the Blues. I'll be honest. I
No,
can't.
who does? Who does?
I don't. I don't. It's just so boring. They don't look good. Stutterud's moving a lot. I've noticed Montgomery's got him moving from either the first line or the third line to jolt the lines. Not because he's playing bad or anything, just to get him some more offense going. That's how they got their first goal. The Blues the other night with Neighbors. They shifted them back up to the first, and then they went back to normal. Outside that, it's just they don't really have anything else in the depth. It's like first line and then kind of like bleh.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see what happens with the Blues here. So going down to 8 o'clock now. We got the Los Angeles Kings plus 105 at the Minnesota Wild, minus 125. Total is at 5.5. Both the over and under are at minus 110. You got anything for this one?
Yeah, I like the Wild in this spot. I am fully against the Kings. I don't like this team at all. I mean, I know Kopitar has been playing out of his mind defensively. He was doing great in that Jets game, blocking shots left and right. But I like the Wild to get a bounce back spot after landing up a 7 spot like that. They're gonna come out firing. I think Hines is a little bit better of a coach than Hiller too. I'm not really on the Kings here. I hope they lose. Fuck them.
Yeah, that Kopitar, that K cubed line has looked pretty good there with Kopitar, Kempe, and Kuzmenko there. So look for them for props. But yeah, I think the Wild. This is a spot where they won a shutout in St. Louis, where maybe they didn't deserve a 5-0 decision. Definitely did not deserve to lose 7-4 to Columbus. But looking here, all 4 of Minnesota's goals were on the power play. 4 for 8
Yep.
on the power play. Kings so far have allowed 4 power play goals on 14 attempts against. So this could be a game to get some, Kaprizov power play points, Boldy, Rossi. Not sure who else is on that top unit there, but yeah, I agree with you on the Wild here. Disappointing loss in their home opener. Kings now continuing their road trip until they go home, but from Vegas to Winnipeg down to Minnesota now. So I think the Wild here are a good play and only minus 125.
Definitely.
For a total,
Uh,
I'd probably look to the under, but both of these teams have played kind of open hockey so far.
yeah, it's still pretty early to. I just can't really go one way or the other.
Yeah. Okay, down to our final game on the docket. Gonna have to do some futures talk after this, Archie. We got the Utah Mammoth minus 162 at the Chicago Blackhawks plus 136. Over 5.5 is minus 135. Under 5.5 at plus 114 here. Utah is 1-1 at Colorado, lost 2-1 at Nashville. Overtime win 3-2. Chicago has yet to win at Florida, 1-goal game, at Boston, overtime loss, and then Montreal, a 3-2 game there that was half a minute from going, 15 seconds from going to overtime there. So Blackhawks are playing tough. Spencer Knight playing tough. Took 10 penalties last game. That's never going to be a recipe for success there. But I think I like Utah here. They won 3 or 4 meetings last season, including 2 5-2 victories and a 2-1. Minus 162 seems to be a bit high here. So maybe maybe another tie play here, or just take a Utah. Can't even say team total because Spencer Knights look great in net there. So this is going to be a pass game. This is the last game. This is the 8:30 game. But we have 2 Monday Night Football matchups. So, but if you want to bet this one, just bet the 8 o'clock one instead and watch the Wild.
I'm on the Mammoth here. I really like the Mammoth in the spot. I would look to the over 2 for sure, and Keller props. I think he's going to get a little bit more going here. I don't think Chicago has no defense. I know Spencer Knight's playing good, but eventually the Mammoth just have enough depth to get this going right now. I don't think Blackhawks got anything really that great. I think they can score. I think they could do that for sure, but outside that, I'm not interested in the Blackhawks so far. I don't think their head coach is anything either, doing anything different than Luke Richardson.
For the Blackhawks, take Frank Nazar props. He was amazing.
Oh yeah, that too.
Amazing in the preseason. I think he has a point in every game so far.
Yeah, he's been killing it.
5 points in 3 games. Had 2 in 2 games and 1 in the other one. So take his line as a point stack. That would be a good prop there for the Blackhawks. Okay, we are brought to you by Underdog. Underdog is a great place to play fantasy pick'em, where you can win up to 500 times your entry. Simply pick higher or lower on your favorite player stats. It's available in a ton of sports. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with promo code HGP. And of course, you got to check out Rhythm. Rhythm's crushing it in college football and the NFL with picks and props. They went 8-2 on passing prop overs in week 5. Rhythm is also giving away weekly cash prizes just for tracking your bets in the app. Track 5 bets of the same type from any model you build, and you could win $1,000. Use promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm and use promo code SGPN25. All right, that was the 10-game slate for Monday, October 13th. Not going to do puck bets here because Joel is not present, but I was writing down some of my picks here as we went along. Like the Avalanche team total over 3.5 at minus 115, or that race to 4 there. I like Boston as home underdogs, as well as the under there at home. Two plus odds plays there. I like the Red Wings Leafs over 6.5 plus 114. I like the Blues Canucks over 5.5 minus 115, and then a sprinkle on the tie there, and then the Wild minus 125. Archie, what are your bets you have in for tomorrow? Your best ones, or all of them, whatever you want to go through.
Well, I think my best ones right now are probably Minnesota money line, New Jersey money line, and honestly Utah money line. I think that's I just want to keep fading the Blackhawks. Maybe it'll backfire tomorrow, but I just don't see it.
Yeah, I wonder if you like Martingale like against the Blackhawks, like you have to be profitable at some point, right?
I mean, so far definitely.
Yeah. Right. You're a big future bettor. You throw out bets for every market every day.
Every day.
Seems like I'm gonna put you on the spot here. I'm gonna pull up the Hart Trophy odds.
Yep.
If you had to make one bet, I'm gonna give you one bet for every market so far for right now. Who would you take at the Hart?
Can I split 2 for Hart right now? I would say Eichel and Pastrnak are pretty good bets right now at prices.
All right, Eichel 25-1, Pastrnak 27-1. You think the Bruins have enough to make the playoffs to get that done?
As long as they stay healthy, I think they can get to the good enough seed to do it. I think it's a fair enough price. He's a very important piece of the team. It's kind of like Kirill Kaprizov almost.
Yeah, but the Wild just have a much better team. Yeah, I'm surprised to see Eichel only at 25-1, down at 19-20 to 1 in some books. I feel like he started around there, maybe 40 or 50 to 1, but
yeah,
he leads the league 7 points. Like that's going to be a high scoring team. Clearly,
If
Well,
he's
yeah,
still like
that's a great
40 to 1
line.
for Art Ross, I think that's still a good bet too right now.
All right, we will see what we'll do here. Let's go to Art Ross. Yeah, Art Ross odds. So we can McDavid 175,
1.
20 to 1 there for
Yeah.
yeah.
That's too bad, but I still would probably bet. I probably wouldn't bet too much on it, but
No.
I have a little 40 to 1 right now.
Kaprizov 12 to 1 maybe if he stays healthy, you could maybe get there. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
But the Art Ross is basically like, all right,
David.
it's McDavid, like you're just betting against McDavid is what's happening there. Very similarly, and this isn't even a question for your caller. You're betting against Demidov. He's up to 3 to 1. Schaefer 550. Snuggerud 16. I know Schaefer's your one bet here, right? Would you still bet him though at plus 550?
I think right now it actually takes some Zeev at 16, just a little bit, because he also has the same amount of points. He got 2 last night, and I know he doesn't have the narrative, but he's gonna get the ice time and power play one time, so I think he can get a little bit shorter too.
He is on power play 1 already, so 16 to 1 there for Z Bullion. Definitely a good shot there. All right, going down to let's go to Rocket Richard and my boy Pavel Dorofeyev. Pavel Dorofeyev started at 300 to 1. I think he's still like 75 to 1
Yep.
some places. If he might not even be on here. He might not even made the where's he at? He's Dorofeyev. Okay, he's not 400 to 1. That's inaccurate. Now I have to do this. Scroll all the way down. It says 400, 300, but 50 to 1, 55 to 1 seems to be where he where he. If you can still get triple digits on him,
yeah, I'll take that.
I don't think he's even playing on Eichel's line at 5-on-5. It's just a power play. He's just been,
but they're drawing up players
firing off. Yeah,
it's just working hot stick right now.
Yeah, 35 goals last year. Like, I mean, he's playing third line, which sounds bad, but that's with Tomas Hertl and Brandon Saad. Like that's a good line, easier matchups. A little bit shorter than I would like right now at 50 to 1, but if you got on board, let's just ride the Dorofeyev train.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't really think the Norris is worth talking about.
No, I think it's kind of accurate right now. There's a lot of different guys. It's still early.
Makar plus 165. It's just at this point.
Fox, it's still Adam Fox. I don't think
Adam Fox 18 to 1. No, at this point it's just like, all right, is Hughes and Makar going to get hurt and make something worth betting or not?
I will say this though, I feel like their focus is a little bit more towards Olympics right now, and
your Olympics.
I'm not saying they're not going to play good. I'm just saying there's a little bit of a different focus. They're not trying to get too injured here. They want to play for their country, and that's definitely important to them right now. I'm not saying they're not going to go off and play great. It's just maybe there's some value on other guys, but I'm not too sold yet.
Right. Is there any other trophies I'm forgetting?
There might be the Selke if Kopitar's there.
Oh, let me see Selke. If there are any Selke odds are up. I don't know if these are live here because Kopitar 20 to 1. Let me just pull this up on DraftKings and see if they're live, because sometimes this use odds checker and it's not always. No, they're not live on DraftKings. Checking FanDuel here. Do you have Jack Adams odds by chance up there in Mass?
Let me look it up. I do in New Hampshire.
Selke is up on FanDuel. You got Sam Reinhart, Jack Eichel's at 12 to 1 there. Sam Reinhart's the favorite at 200. Draisaitl plus 500. Sorelli 7 to 1. So yeah, still like Eichel for the Selke at 12 to 1. Vegas going to need more defensive play out of them as a team, but
definitely
I think he's gotten votes for it before, right? Like he's gotten.
I think it was like 5th or 4th, maybe last year.
Pull it up here real quick. He was 5th last year. That was his first time being in the Selke voting. But that's 12 to 1, 16 to 1, whatever I said. Probably a decent look.
Yeah, I would look to Kopitar still. I'm not too big on him, but it's still a big number in his last season. I think he'll.
Yeah, Kopitar is probably my probably the top choice there, because he's three assists already through 3 games. He's always in the Selke voting. He's going to get those down ballot votes no matter what. It's just a matter of getting those those legacy votes.
You don't want to talk about the Vesna, or do you think it's just
Oh,
Shesterkin right now?
I completely forgot about the Vesna.
I know your other host does not like talking about goalies, so
Goalies are voodoo. It's just
yeah.
like, okay, how is this team going to perform? Are they going to get enough wins? And
So
will this goalie stay healthy?
I know right now as it stands, Igor has like 7 goals saved above expected, which is high, and then the next 2 are like Demko and Swayman. So maybe if you really think the Rangers will shit the bed eventually, maybe some Swayman or uh, Demko is some good bets. I know Demko's shortened a little bit, but he was standing on his head last night. That's important. It's gonna.
You know a goalie that's never really talked about it for it anymore, and he plays most of his team's games, and his team is very good.
Is it Bob?
It's Bob. Bob
I
at
know you're talking.
25 to
I was
1,
looking at that
like
too.
925 save percentage so far. Not sure how they're going to play now with missing so many guys, but maybe they
There could be a
play
narrative there
more
if
defensively.
if
The
they just
Panthers,
really are still good and he's just playing out of his mind too. I mean, he's 37 though. It's like it's hard to say
yeah,
for a season long like that. I know what you mean.
yeah.
It's
But,
not bad
I mean,
luck.
he got robbed for the Conn Smythe 2 years ago, so they can give him the Vesna instead. What's Swayman at? I'm saying he's 966 save percentage.
Yeah, he's like around that plus 350 still. He hasn't really moved down much.
3,500. Yeah. Vesna is just like whatever. You know who's going to win it by like the middle of the year, and that's when you just hammer whatever and let the money ride out.
Yep.
Okay, Archie. Any final thoughts here before we wrap things up?
No. I mean, I have the Capitals tonight, hoping they beat the fuck out of the Rangers still. Backups in, so
Yeah,
we'll see that.
I think I have the Capitals. I think it's quick for the
It should be
for the
Lindgren quick.
Rangers. It should be Lindgren for the Capitals. Also had Hal in the chat said he hit player props for tonight's game. You got Protus with a point and 3 shots on goal for plus 550. I like that. Protus has I think he plays on that top line or I think he plays on the top line. Off to a good start. 4
He's a very good 5-on-5 player for sure.
Yeah, 4 points, 8 shots in 2 games. So he had 3 shots and then 5 shots, 3 points last game on the road. I think that's good luck there from Hal in the chat.
Definitely.
Okay, that's going to wrap things up here. Make sure you guys follow us on Twitter at HockeySGPN. Get in the Discord, sg.pn/Discord. And leave us a 5-star rating and review on Apple. Like, subscribe, and comment on YouTube. And we'll try to be back to you definitely Tuesday. Tuesday, I believe Joel will be back. We will be back for a wrap up what we saw this weekend. Look ahead to the small Wednesday slate, and maybe some future stuff.
There you go.
Okay, I think that is it. I am Ryan Gilbert. You can follow me on Twitter at rgilbertsop.
And you'll find me in the Discord lurking around trying to share some bets.
See ya.